You may see Lepidus, and henceforth know it is not Caesar's natural vice to hate our great competitor. This is the news: he fishes, drinks, and wastes the lamps of night in revel, is not more manlike than Cleopatra, nor the queen of Ptolemy more womanly than he. Hardly gave audience, or vouchsafed to think he had partners. You shall find there a man who is the abstract of all faults, that all men follow. I must not think there are evils, and now to darken all his goodness. His faults in him seem as the spots of heaven, more fiery by bright night's blackness, hereditary rather than purchased, what he cannot change than what he chooses. You are too indulgent. That's granted. Is not amiss to tumble on the bed of Ptolemy, to give a kingdom from earth, to sit and keep the turn of tippling with a slave, to reel the streets at noon, and stand the buffet with knaves that smell of sweat. To say this becomes him, as his composure must be rare indeed, whom these things cannot blame. Yet must Antony no way excuse his foils, when we do not bear so great weight in his lightness. If he filled his vacancy with his voluptuousness, full surfeites, and the dryness of his bones, calling him for it, but to confound such time that drums him from his sport, and speaks as loud as his own state and hours, 'tis to be chid. As we rate boys who, being matured in knowledge, pawn their experience to the present pleasure, and so rebel to judgment. Here's more news. Thy biddings have been done in every hour, most noble Caesar. Shalt thou have report how 'tis abroad? Pompey is strong at sea, and it appears he is beloved of those that only have feared Caesar. To the ports that the discontents repair, and men's reports give him much wronged. I should have known no less. It hath been taught us from this primal state, that he which was wished until he were, and the ebbed man ne'er loved, till ne'er worth love, comes dear by being lacked. This common body, like to a vagabond flag upon the stream, goes to and back, lacking the varying tide, to rot itself with motion. Caesar, I bring thee word, Menacrates and Minos, famous pirates, make the sea serve them, which they ear and wound with keels of every kind. Many hot inroads they make in Italy. The borders maritime lack blood to think on it, and flush youth revolt. No vessel can peep forth, but 'tis as soon taken as seen. For Pompey's name strikes more than cold this war resisted. Antony, leave thy lascivious wassails, when thou once was beaten from Modena, where thou slewest Hirtius and Pansa, consuls at thy heel. Did famine follow whom thou foughtest against, though daintily brought up with patience more than savages could suffer. Thou didst drink the stale of horses and the gilded puddle which beasts would cough at. Thy pellet then did detain the roughest berry and the rudest hedge. Yea, like the stag when snow the pasture shades the barks of trees that browsed. On the Alps it is reported thou didst eat strange flesh, which some did die to look on. And all this it wounds thine honour, that I speak it now, was born so like a soldier, not thy cheek, so much as lanked not. 'Tis pity of him. Let his shames quickly, drive him to Rome. 'Tis time we twain did show ourselves in the field, and to that end assembled we immediate council. Pompey thrives in our idleness. Tomorrow, Caesar, I shall be furnished to you to inform you rightly, both by what by sea and land I can be able to front this present time. Till which encounter it is my business to farewell. Farewell, my lord. What you shall know meantime of stirs abroad, I shall beseech you, sir, to let me be partaker. Doubt not, sir, I know it for my bond.